Hi everybody, it's Avalon. Haven't seen you guys in a while. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys today about recovery in mental health or addiction in mental health. Um, I was talking to my daughter today, and she was saying, Mom, I don't know how to be me. Uh, it's awful being me. And I think she was saying is, how we talk about it, addiction, and how it helps us to not like feel awful in our own skin without using being in our own skin was driving us crazy. Drugs were our solution. Drugs or alcohol was our solution. It fixed everything for us for a very long time. It was our solution. But then it started not being. It started turning on us. Drugs make you feel good. And or else people wouldn't do them. They do. And when I did my first opiate, I can't say that. I had opiates when I had my C-sections for my kids, but I wasn't sent home with scripts. It was only a pain medication while I recovered in the hospital from my C-sections, and I went home, and I never thought another thing about it. But when I had cancer, and I was sent home with scripts of everything, Vicodin and Percocet, morphine, I started realizing what it was doing for me, and I liked it. It was my fix for what was wrong inside of me, for the pain, the trauma, the depression, the low self-esteem, everything that ailed me was fixed by a pill. And I got on that horse and I rode. Like I went fast. It wasn't very long and I was addicted. It wasn't very long and I was buying them off the street. And by 2010, 10, I was doing heroin. And so my pill addiction grew because I was self-medicating. I was self-treating the mental issues that I had that I didn't even realize I had. And that's the thing. We don't realize when we're using that we are self-medicating. We just think, oh yeah, I like getting high. Yeah, it gives me energy, makes me feel good, blah, blah, whatever it is. And then, and you don't realize it until you put the drug down that you're fucked up. Like I thought my only issue was I started doing too many drugs. Like I let things get out of hand. So once I put the drugs down, then my life was going to be great. Like I was going to be good. I'm going to be all good. Putting the drugs down was just the start. That was the easiest part. Stopping was the easiest part. Staying stopped, that was the issue, because I could not live life without my solution. I could not live life inside of my own skin. Just that horrible obsession and that needing to escape and that feeling of drowning in your own emotions and your own misery and that desperateness to escape it. That's why they call it the obsession. And when we go into recovery, our goal is to have that obsession removed so that we don't have to feel that way anymore. And it's a spiritual sickness. It's an emotional sickness. And we have to start fixing that inside of us before we can deal with letting those drugs go. Like we have to have another solution. We have to establish another solution for our internal misery, or else we're never going to be able to stay clean. And, a lot of people put down the substance. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to quit for my wife. I'm going to quit for my kids, quit for drug court, quit for, whatever. But staying quit That's been the issue. The relapse rate is through the roof because we're not getting down to the root of the troubles. And, going on Suboxone or methadone or whatever is all fine and dandy. But if you're not in recovery and you're not dealing with those things that caused you to use in the first place, that's just putting a Band-Aid on a gusher. It's only going to hold it back for so long. And, I know a lot of people, hate to think that they have to do recovery. Oh, I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do this my way. I'm going to quit my way. Well, I tried that. And it didn't work. AA wasn't for me. That's not for me. NA is not for me. 12 steps not for me. I know that's not for me. I know that's just nonsense. Blah, blah, blah. Nonsense. I don't need that. I'm going to do it my way. Well, guess what? My way got me in the ditch. My thinking I knew what was right for me got me in the ditch. I did what I thought was right for me. And it ruined my fucking life, guys. And I had to start realizing that I needed to do some things very different. And I needed to start thinking different. And how can I think I know what I'm doing when I just did this to my life? It's foolishness. It's like a blind man thinking he can drive a car. That's what I was doing. Driving life blind. And thinking I needed to just, I didn't need no instruction. I didn't know help. But anyway, so if we are using addiction to self-medicate, we need help. We need help. We need professional help. We need addiction help. And the sooner we come to that conclusion, the better. We can fight it all we want. I fought it. I mean, I remember when the idea of going into recovery again, like I had been in rehabs earlier in my life. One because I was homeless, another one because I was partying too hard in the 80s, but never because I was really seeing myself or even acting as an addict. It was just circumstances. But I remember when the first time that I was thinking, my ass is going to need rehab. The thought came into my mind, and I immediately was like, nope, nope, I'm not going to do that. I don't need that. I know what I'll do. I will buy a bunch of heroin bags, and I will wean myself off. That's what I'll do. I'll wean myself down. And then I'll be good. Then it'll be all over. Are you serious? Really? I was that stupid about the seriousness of my issues. Really? I mean, are you laughing at me right now? Because I'm laughing at me. I needed a complete rewire job. I'm still rewiring myself. I've got trauma and you guys know, like those who've been with me for a while know I have DID. I constantly am dealing with DID. And, I'm constantly trying to rewire myself and, working this recovery thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday issue that I have to choose to do every day. And so without recovery, I wouldn't be here. 12 steps. Telling you, you can fight it all you want. You can argue with me. You can tell me I'm full of shit. You can, but when you've tried everything and nothing's worked, what do you have to lose by trying something different? Think about that. Brightest blessings and God is blessed.